2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Clippers taking... Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for DH.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Cantor in at the 5. And the basket by Lillard. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup tonight.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Powell kicks to Cantor. And a wide-open look for McCollum. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Covington passes to Cantor. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Lillard. From the wing. Portland no good that time either.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. Oh, we see a lot of this now.
Here's McCollum. They get it back. Cantor from the arc. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
And here's Jackson. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Morris, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. And the basket by McCollum.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Now here's Jackson. Outside for George. Takes the 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
He dialed that one up from long distance. McCollum's got 5.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just 1 step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further. This quarter has been hit or miss for him, mostly miss.
Lillard fires away from way outside, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Stolen by McCollum. Powell kicks to Covington. Pass to Lillard. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Cantor trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Short. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Jones.
Clearly a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Beverly's checked in. Clippers trail by 11. And it's Rondo penetrating. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The big body of Cousins, a menace on the offensive glass, fights to keep plays alive.
The pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. The tray. Drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got 8 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rondo passes to Beverly. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 12. McCollum from deep three-point land. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. Here's Cousins. Kept alive. Here's Kennard. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
This game,
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
2 points. That one goes. Batum's got his first bucket in this one.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Anthony kicks to Jones. A 3 from McCollum. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Simons. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. Portland, no good that time either.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson kicks to Morris. The high post shot. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Covington finds Lillard for three. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for Portland. Lillard against Rondo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rondo's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard against Rondo. And he makes that one.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Clippers trail by 14. Now, here is George. Fires for three. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
George. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. George has got 5 points so far.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here. Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
A shot by Batum, no good. A dominating first half of basketball. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Portland did not hesitate to set the pace. Near flawless execution from both the defensive and offensive areas of their game triggered a 12-2 run to start things off. As the first quarter came to a... And that'll...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. Zubac finds Morris. And that one drops for him. Morris has got his first points in this one. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one, and Patrick, you... Oh, what a beautiful point!
What intensity, did you see that? Great.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
And that one misses. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. Kicks it out to McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Simons surveying the D.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 5.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Jones against George. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Here's Leonard. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simon. The Clippers grab the miss. Kicks it out to McCollum. Fires from deep. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anferni Simons. And then for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for George.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Tips it up. And the second chance effort by McCollum. He's got 15.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Here's Mann. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Mann, defended by Covington. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 14. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there. LA's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Rondo. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Rondo's got 8.
Well, how do you describe Rondo's approach? I think it's disciplined, fearless, and opportunistic.
McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Lillard from deep three-point land. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Outside for Rondo. Pass to Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Rondo drives in. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, and the basket by McCollum.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also, doing some solid work from deep.
And there's the pass to Leonard. Just his first attempt. Here's Rondo. Back to Zubac. Rondo finds Zubac. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Seven seconds left to play in the third. Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot off. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them And what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Damian Lillard. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. George with no one around. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Powell dishes to Lillard. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Batum wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 17. Lillard looking around. Fires the three. It's good from long range.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Beverly against Lillard. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. Good D by Covington. The 19-foot shot, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's George, and Covington sends it back, and he's able to get it back. From deep, and the Clippers miss again. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots. That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Beverly against Lillard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Marcus Morris is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now Beverly. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Kennard's shot is off. Portland leading by 23. Nobody near Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. From 18 feet away, and it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. McCollum fires from way outside, and it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Portland.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for C.J. McCollum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Hey, man, let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And the basket by McCollum.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Batum finds Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 5 on the clock. Morris, no good. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-5 run here. And a deep three from Lillard. They get it back. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Kennard. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Watch out, Luke Kennard cleared for takeoff.
From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
And so Portland takes. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Denver, we've got Aaron Gordon. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then it's Porter. Now here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Right side, Covington. Here's Kanter. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Stolen by Kanter. Here's Powell. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. From outside the arc, Lillard misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Porter. And he converts the layup.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
McCollum passes to Lillard. He kicks it to Powell. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Covington. Lets it go from deep. And Bol pulls it down. On offense, here are the Nuggets. From deep. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Covington. Makes it off the glass.
And I'm impressed by the level of concentration Covington has on these difficult finishes. I mean, in this league, you have to get used to making shots despite being bumped a little bit or being challenged at a high level.
Here's Jokic after the made shot from Robert Covington. Powell pulls it in. McCollum against Porter. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Kanter. Over Bol. The shot's good from Kanter.
And really inside the paint is where Kanter thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
To the paint. Campazzo. The Nuggets with another miss. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Powell against Gordon. Powell dishes to Covington. Back to Powell. There's the three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Bol. And they pick up 2.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lillard misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Campazzo. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Again, the miss by Lillard.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here's McCollum for 3. That shot, no good. And the horn signals the end of the first, and not a lot of scoring yet. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. 4 on the clock.
Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Anthony in the corner. And the pass to Simons. It's stolen by Green. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Jokic is running. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
McCollum against Rivers. Pulls it from 20. That one wide left. Denver in the lead. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. It's not going to go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And here's Anthony for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morris looking over the floor. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's McCollum. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. Releases. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Harrison. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Simons. No good with the triple. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Harrison. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to McGee. Here's Harrison. The offensive rebound. And another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
Both free throws good from McGee. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. 52 seconds left in the first half. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
It's Porter outside. The Nuggets with another miss. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Anthony, the pass to Covington. The 3. And Carmelo Anthony hits from deep. Anthony's got 5 now.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Millsap has the open look. The Nuggets with another miss. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And again, it's Portland converting. The run, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm and no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq has that DNA where... And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Nuggets trail by 4. They've got Nikola Jokic. He's out there with Gordon. Porter is out there with Bol. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Jokic, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Lillard outside. McCollum outside. The three-pointer, no good. Denver shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Leaps for it and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Now here's Lillard. Dishes to McCollum. Covington kicks to Lillard. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Just 5 to shoot. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
For three, Covington gets the three-pointer to fall. Covington's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
The three-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous.
Now, here's Bull. Kicks it to Porter. Bull, the pass to Porter. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Trailblazers leading by 7. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Over Bull. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
A natural score. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. And it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. There's the pass to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got his first basket.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
Here's Chunshaw. That three off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 9. Anthony kicks to Jones. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Down low, here's Morris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up. The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Morris passes to McGee. Morris outside. Pass to Chunshaw. Shot on the wing. Millsap misses. Portland leading by 9. To the middle. Passes to Simons. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out to Morris. Back to Millsap. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The pass to Nurkic. 16 feet away. No good that time. The Nuggets have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. It's stolen. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. They get it again. Here's Jones to the wing on the left. He feeds it to Anthony. Over Millsap. Misses off the right iron. Here's Harrison. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Portland ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Cantor in at the 5.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington? Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Pass to Bull. Lob pass to Gordon, stolen by Cantor. Inside, here's McCollum. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And that's now 6 points for C.J. McCollum. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Portland leading by 13. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Yep, that one goes. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And stolen by Bull. The dish now to Porter. Now, here's Bull. He's covered by Cantor. Bull can't hit.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Shoots the 3. That shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Green passes to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Down low. Kicks it out to Lillard. Powell, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Campazzo covered by Lillard. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Covington, the bounce pass. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Now here's McCollum. Covington kicks to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Enes Kanter.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
So it's Denver now, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Campazzo, and Kanter pulls it down.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. And here's Covington from the arc to the inside. And there's Lillard on the assist from Enes Kanter. And the Trailblazers lead by 19. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Porter. Beyond the arc. Another three for Denver.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release and deep range, too.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Fires for three. No good on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. Coming right up, it's the NBA on 2K. DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. Now here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Leonard on the wing. To the paint. Releases from 15. Just 4 to shoot. They grab their own miss. No good from Zubac.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Rivers looking over the floor. Now the pass to Jokic. 14 feet away. Jump shot is good.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Porter against Leonard. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Rivers against George. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. Now, here's Bull. Pass to Rivers. Here's Harrison. Back to Rivers. It's Porter outside. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers leading by 4. Kicks it to Jackson. Back to Cousins. Pass to Jackson. No good from outside.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Porter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Harrison. Puts one up from 19. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Batum. McGee with the block. And stolen by Cousins. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's Harrison. Back to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McGee, the pass to Bull. Shoots over Cousins. The Nuggets with another miss. Here now, the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 10. Now, here's Bull. Defense right on him. Off the mark from 16 feet out. George way outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Patrick Beverly out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Outside, Green. Here's Morris. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Morris has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Nuggets. Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Beverly. Over Rivers. Denver grabs the miss. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in the 2012 draft, has turned into a nice combo guard, having the ability to play the 1 and the 2.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw missing. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Patrick Beverly. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. And he sinks the second. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's man. He's guarded by Rivers. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Rivers. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Misread each other on the pass, tried to recover, but too late.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic kicks to Harrison. Down low, stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And the turnover again by Denver.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Clippers leading by 9. Rondo with a clean look. No good on the triple.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside Rondo, a 3 from Leonard. Morris with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Harrison, an easy 2 points on the layup.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. McGee against Morris. He kicks it to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Here's Morris. And he overshot that one, missing. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And that one, good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Morris. It's stolen by Morris. It's 2-on-1. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Here's Millsap. 3 from the inbound. And again, Denver no good. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Over to the wing. Millsap against Leonard. Outside Millsap. Back to Porter. Shot clock at 6. And here's Gordon from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
George with the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Outside Porter. On the wing, Gordon. The 3. Porter, no luck. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got 6 points.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
The pass to Gordon. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Now here's Jackson. He's got 6. Pass to Zubac. And here's Kennard. And here is Zubac. Outside, George. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Come get it. Come get it.
Pass to Chuncho. Outside for Millsap. And so that brings the first half to a close. Clippers lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the wing position at both ends of the floor. And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Harrison. Porter is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Bull in at the 5 down low. It's rebounded by Leonard.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Millsap kicks to Morris. Outside Porter. Denver passing it around. Harrison scanning the floor. Clock at 4. Porter outside. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Passes it to Zubac. He dishes it to Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Marquis, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trail by 10 to the inside. Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Morris passes to Zubac. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Lets it go from 11. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's, even back in high school. Shot 47% as a senior.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Back to Jokic. The pass to Harrison. Now Jokic. Pass to Harrison. Now here's Bull. Off target with the open look.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Rondo against Morris. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Kawhi Leonard. Rondo against Morris. Outside Millsap. Double team on Millsap. Harrison in the corner. Back to Millsap. Pulls it up. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers leading by 11. And he makes good on the layup. Mann's got his first bucket in this one.
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Right side Millsap. And another miss by Denver.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Outside for Rondo. Now Rivers. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I mean, he's extremely confident and aggressive. Rivers loves to take it up inside.
Rondo passes to Mann. Back to Rondo. Passes it to Mann, and it is flushed down with a nice, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And Batum throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Morris with the bucket.
They might be behind, but you can't blame him. He has been spectacular so far in this one.
Everly with the ball. With the putdown. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. From 18 feet away, he can't get that one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 17-point game. Denver passing it around. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And the coaching staff wants Gordon to keep taking those. It's only going to help him get better.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Morris outside. Over Gordon. Jokic with the steal. Outside Gordon. Inside. A second chance effort, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
So, for the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And Denver with a change here, too. Porter's checked in.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Rivers. Jokic trying to free himself up. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. Los Angeles leading by 17. Stolen by Rivers. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Free throw, good. Jokic. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now here's Jackson, guarded closely. Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the pass to Porter. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Jackson looking it over. And here's Morris for three. The putback. Kicks to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Here's George. Just 5 on the clock. Right side Leonard. Porter with the steal. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
The deep three from George. Clippers working now with the new shot clock.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Outside Porter. From downtown, Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard the pass to Zubac.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
Here's Jokic. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Rivers. Jackson from long range. That shot is off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Jokic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Launches it. And it's Jokic missing. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Patterson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Harrison kicks to Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Zubac finds Patterson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Will it go? And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's a great use of the pump fake. Millsap very crafty.
The first one falls. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. Patterson dishes to Batum. From deep three-point range, up again. Great positioning on the putback.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better best. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now here's Lillard. Pass to Covington. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And stolen by Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. From deep, George. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard from outside. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Covington kicks to Lillard. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Oh, Morris in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Lillard misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Lillard attacking. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now, here is George. Pass to Leonard. Three-pointer.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots? That's good.
Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 6 points for Robert Covington.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
McCollum outside. Kicks it out to Lillard for the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Covington with the steal. Feeds it to McCollum. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now here's McCollum to the middle. And Covington with the basket on the assist by McCollum. Covington's got 8 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And George, here we go. Here's Zubats. There's the dish to Morris. Shoots over Covington. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now Anthony following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Goes up with it again. And the rejection by Cousins. Beverly with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Batum with the three. Portland grabs the miss. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And Anthony gets it to go.
You know, that's one thing Melo has always been able to do. Use his strength to overpower you and get the advantage.
Kennard the pass to Batum. And the layup falls.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Simons. Kennard covering. Deflects the pass. Guys, Robert Covington firing in all cylinders so far for the Portland Trail Blazers. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's...
Normal begins. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Rajon Rondo, Luke Kennard out there with Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Beverly in at the 2 spot. Over in the corner, Cousins. Outside Rondo. Beverly finds Batum. Lock at 6. Now Kennard. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. A shot by Batum, no good. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, great scorers just have that knack. Get inside, it's either a bucket or a trip to the free throw line.
Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Here's Beverly. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. McCollum, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Beverly wide open. They get the rebound. Cousins. Here's Mann. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's McCollum. Mann with the rebound.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Batum with the bounce pass. The 3 from McCollum. Traps in the tray. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Cousins.
Are you kidding me? DeMarcus Cousins, my goodness, go ahead.
The three from McCollum. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Powell dishes to Anthony. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out front. And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
And the dunk by Covington.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Now, this is what his coaches like to see. Jackson making an effort to distribute the ball in that situation.
Lillard surveying the D. Covington passes to Powell. Back to Covington. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Powell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Lillard.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Jackson against Nurkic. Chalk up 2 there. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And here's the fast break. Count it. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunity.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the Robert Covington had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Robert Covington. What a contribution.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward position. Kanter, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Jackson. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Morris passes to Kennard. And a missed layup. Trailblazers leading by 8. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. The tray. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And here's McCollum for 3.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
The Blazers on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Cantor, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
Well, Cantor just has an ability to score on the interior. That's his special skill.
Morris kicks to George. His 3-pointers off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for George. Portland also making some changes. Jones checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
Well, just so good at taking advantage of the mid-range. Marcus Morris feels comfortable in that area.
Lillard way outside. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Beverly. D right on him, and it's good for 2. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. He rifled that one in from distance. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Morris, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's the 3. And it's Lillard again missing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. There's the pass to Rondo. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 11 rebounds in the game. But they get it back. Lillard from outside. They get it back, and Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Here's Batum. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Portland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Simons. They've got Batum. Also, Ivica Zubac's out there. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Jackson. And it's man in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Simons. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
From deep three-point range, man can hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Clippers trail by 20. The drive by Jackson. The shot that time, not on target. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. Portland no good that time either. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Trailblazers leading by 18. McCollum with the ball. Passes to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. And George.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And there's the feed to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. The shot by George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 22 points.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Morris misses off the left iron. Trailblazers leading by 21. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Portland's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Leonard. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
It's stolen by Morris. Dishes it to Beverly. Pulls up for 3. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's Oturu. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Lillard way outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Lillard again missing. And here are the Clippers. 19-point game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, when Patrick Patterson doesn't shy away from contact, he is so effective. This guy's solid at the line.
And Patterson drops them both. 32 seconds left in the game. From deep. The putback.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Count the basket.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Trailblazers keep it alive.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Can't hit that one. Here's Patterson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
That free throw good from Patterson.
I remember when Patrick Patterson was coming out of high school. Major recruiting battle. Every school seemed to want this guy. Duke, Florida, you name it. But the Kentucky Wildcats win again.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Los Angeles.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Porter. Rivers out there with Jokic. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. Cranes the three-pointer.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Left side, Gordon. Free throw line jump shot. That one, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Powell kicks to Covington. Now the pass to Nurkic. And here is Powell. No good on the three. Rivers gets a wide open look. Powell pulls it in. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Lillard, and that one's on target from the wing.
Just so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's Porter with the three. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. McCollum, no good.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
The shot by Powell, no good. The Nuggets trail. Jokic with it. Lillard picks him up. Jokic high post. Pass to Rivers. Pass to Gordon. And yes, it's good.
The ability to hit mid-range shots makes Gordon that much more dangerous. Talk about versatility.
Now here's Lillard. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. Now here's Jokic. Rivers passes to Gordon. Outside, Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Lillard with the rebound. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. A three from McCollum. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 1:10 left to play in the first. Porter, no luck. Covington with it. Picked up by Rivers. The feed to Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Outside Gordon. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Campazzo covered by Lillard. 11 feet away, and another miss by Denver. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. They swipe it. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Now, so polished in his all-around game, I'm not surprised to see Jokic roaring down there on the fast break.
Covington with it. No points in the game yet for him. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Here is Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. And so a tie game here as we end the... And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a...
Southwest, I mean, you need to kill.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Austin Rivers is out there with Harrison. And it's Jermichael Green. And it's Millsap in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Jokic. Down low. Millsap dishes to Green. It's Rivers on the wing. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Rivers has got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And there it is for him.
A good timing on the fast break. We don't talk about that enough. Melo coming into the play and then finishing it off.
Millsap finds Jokic. Top of the key, Harrison. Back to Jokic. Here's Green. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Anthony down low. 5 to shoot. Here's Cantor. Good defense by Jokic. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. And here comes the break. Here's Simons. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. He's perfect from the line this time. The Nuggets trail by 3. Morris passes to Millsap. Cantor against McGee. Here's Millsap. He can't hit that time. Excellent D from Cantor. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Simons.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Harrison passes to Morris. There's a minute 34 left in the first half. And McGee kicks to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 3 on the clock. Bull can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard with no one around. They grab their own miss, and Cantor able to finish.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Morris looking over the floor. There's the lob to the hoop.
And you know, entering the draft, Ball was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to, and maybe still haven't figured it out.
Lillard outside. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Powell kicks to Lillard. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 6. Morris outside. McGee inside. He's against Cantor. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Denver. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Ball stolen. One-on-one fast break. For 3. The shot, no good. Got it off in time. And no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Nuggets trail by 3. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. And a wide-open look for McCollum, off target from three-point range. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Outside Porter. Lob pass to Gordon. Outside Porter. To the inside and stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell. That's good. Powell's got the first basket of the second half here for Portland.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
90 seconds now into the second half. Rivers passes to Porter. And the 3 off target.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
It's hauled in by Gordon.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
McCollum against Rivers.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Tips it. Portland leading by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Takes a 3. The shot misses. And the Nuggets going the other way.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And here's McCollum for 3. Again, McCollum missing.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Outside Porter. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Portland leading. And Lillard gets double teamed. He kicks to McCollum. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 5 now.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down. Now
here's Rivers. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Jones, and he elevates for the slam dunk. JaVale McGee did not like that.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And here's Millsap from the arc. The Nuggets with another miss. Simons surveying the D. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The defender gets a little over-aggressive, which is understandable. Cantor is a big, active guy to try and guard.
And Cantor drops them both. They need this. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the trick. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Paul Millsap, Harrison out there with Michael Porter, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Green in at the 4-man position. Now here is McGee. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Portland leading by 5. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Kicks it to Carmelo. Gets an open look and hits.
You can't allow that much separation. Even as the pass is coming his way, try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Now, here is Morris. Millsap passes to Green. In the corner, it's Morris. 6 to shoot. Pass to Millsap. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Jones, the pass to Lillard. Up again, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Inside, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Portland with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Lillard finds Jones. Now Anthony, guarded by Green. McGee against Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Anthony left side. Second shot opportunity. McGee with the block. The 3 from McCollum, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Now here's Green. Pass to Harrison. Back to Green. Stolen by Cantor. And now here comes Jones leading the break. As JaVale McGee with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here is McGee. Up and in on the layup.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Lillard outside. He dishes it to Jones. Passes it to Kenny. Back to Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. To the paint. Kicks it out to Lillard. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Morris outside. The pass to McGee. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Makes it off the glass.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Cantor against McGee. Cantor kicks to McCullough. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Portland.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Enes Kanter.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Anthony can't hit. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. A 12-point game. McGee, the second chance points on the tip in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Kanter kicks to Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly... Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And for Denver, they've got Michael Porter. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. Now Jackson. Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Denver passing it around. Offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Jackson. Porter against Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish. And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Jackson looking around. Leonard finds Jackson. Leonard against Porter. Passes it to Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Campazzo. The three-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Jackson from long range. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Rivers from the arc. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard with no one around. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And there's the pass to Rivers. George against Gordon. Campazzo, top of the key. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Leonard against Jokic. And Leonard gets it to go.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Jokic high post. Shot clock at 5. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Pass to Porter. Campazzo. Zubac defending. Jackson against Porter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Jackson up top. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Paul George. And he lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stolen by Jackson. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cousins inside, guarded by McGee. Jackson has the open look, hits the three-point bomb.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Up in time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for Denver, Morris is out there with Harrison. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. It's Najee in at the center, locking down the middle. It's rebounded by Najee. The Nuggets trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. Batum finds Beverly. Can't hit from the elbow.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Millsap. Batum with the steal. Kennard with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Man's checked in.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Rivers. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Beverly. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And stolen by Cousins. Here's Beverly, and he uses the glass on the layup. Beverly's got 5 now.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Jokic kicks to Rivers. Passes it to Porter. Back to Rivers. And he banks in the layup. Rivers has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, the second period's been much more kind to him than the first. I mean, let's see if he can keep it going and maintain this.
To the middle, here's Batum, and the dunk by Batum.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
To the inside, Gordon the pass to Porter. Now, here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Beverly against Rivers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He's off on the second.
And you know, Beverly is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
And it's tied up with that one.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Beverly up top. He has 5. Pass to Zubac. Los Angeles with another miss. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And the basket by Gordon.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And Leonard stays with it.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And that should do it with the second half about to be.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Ivica Zubac. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Bulls checked in.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Jackson down low. He's against Morris. Gets a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Lob pass to Gordon. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Leonard kicks to George. Gordon against Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. That one off the back iron and out.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Bull the pass to Morris. Left side, Gordon. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. The shot by George, no good.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Now the pass to Bull. Morris outside. And another miss by Denver. The Clippers in the lead. George with no one around. Hits it from three-point range. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Morris. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
George way outside. Rebounded by McGee.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Morris outside. McGee against Jackson. Up again.
And you know, entering the draft, Ball was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to, and maybe still haven't figured it out.
George passes to Morris, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight, so it's both teams making substitutions here. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pass to Harrison. Dishes it to Millsap. Back to Harrison. And that one is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Batum for 3. And the Clippers miss again. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
To the wing right side. Millsap dishes to Morris. Passes it to Chanshaw. Goes back up. Out to Morris. Jacks up a 3. But they'll get another chance. Here's Harrison. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Here's Mann. Offline. It's all tied in Denver. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Nuggets shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. We've got Paul Millsap, and it's John Shar in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Kicks it to Porter. He feeds it to Millsap. That one goes in. Millsap's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets.
That's what we call weight room there. I mean, Millsap's showing how strong he is finishing through contact.
Now here's Rondo. He's covered closely. Great positioning on the putback. Batum's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Millsap kicks to Porter. Off target with his three. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And it's Beverly missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lets the three fly. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Mann passes to Batum. Here's Mann. Here's Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That's tipped. 5 to shoot. Rondo finds Batum to take the lead. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Back to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And here's the fast break, and here they go. Rondo with the ball, now guarded by Porter. Here's Kennard, throws down the breakaway jam.
Fast hands that time, earned Rondo the steal. Can't forget, he's been a league leader in that statistic before, too.
Pass to Chuncho. Throws it up high.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
The Clippers trail. Rondo with the ball. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it go with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Porter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Rondo looking over the floor. Down low, Batum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter. The pass to Chuncho. Millsap down low. Everly with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Gets a very good look and converts.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Pass to Millsap. Campazzo. He's covered by Rondo. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Najee. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Batum. And that's an intentional foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. Outside George. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Here's Gordon. It falls!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
George against Rivers. Now, here's George. Defense is right there. Here's Jackson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson. Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Green kicks to Harrison. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great